A very warm welcome to all the students of Thakur Vidya Mandir High School and Junior College. Keeping up with our motto, let learning be a joy and teaching a pleasure. Here we are with remote teaching and learning process to bridge the gap. Happy learning, students! A warm welcome to all the students. Today we are going to study a new topic in English grammar, that is question tags. Hello students, I am Miss Daisy De Silva, teacher of Thakur Vidya Mandir High School and Junior College. Will be teaching you all this topic. I request each and every student to please take down notes because it will definitely help you all during your exams and also to solve the exercise at the end of this video. Please take various tricks that I will be sharing all in this particular video. So please take down notes. Thank you. Let's understand this grammatic concept. What are question tags? I hope you all know the meaning of the word question. A question is a direct question that is asked by anyone to gain the answer that is required. Whenever you ask the question, that question you all can get back the answer in a yes or no form, or you will get proper detailed information depends upon what kind and what type of question you are asking. Now what exactly are tags? You all are well aware about hashtags that you all use in your day-to-day life on Instagrams and all these things. A tag is a label that is attached, a mark or some kind of ticket or some kind of sticker that you like to tag. So in simple words, the meaning of the word tag is to label something, to attach a label. When we join these both words together, the meaning of question tag. A question tag is a grammatic structure in which a declarative or an imperative statement is turned into a question by an additional of an interrogative fragment, the tag. Now let's understand what exactly are question tags. You like new things, don't you? You like learning new things, don't you? Now don't you over here is a question tag. Question tags are short questions on the end of the statements. So in the statement, you like learning new things, don't you? Now over here, don't you is a question tag. We use question tags to make assumptions and also to make people respond back to us. There are a lot of different question tags, but in simple words, question tags are short questions at the end of the statement. They are mainly used in the speech when we want to confirm that something is true or not, or to encourage a reply from the person we are speaking to. So whenever you ask a question to someone, the opposite person will give you a type or short type of response back, and whether whatever you say, whatever the question you are asked to gain, whether that particular question that you have asked is true or not, these question tags are used. We will be discussing the various types of questions and tags and when you will use which type of question tag. You all must be knowing from the start what exactly are question tags, but today I am going to give you all a variety of examples, variety of hints, tricks that you will keep in your mind and you all will never ever forget in your life. So there are different question tags and we will see that. For example, if you want to ask someone that he is studying architecture, so the opposite person will say yes he is or no he is, whatever. So there are different types of response that you get back when you ask a particular question, and that we are going to study today. A few things to keep in mind before we start with a question tag. Remember that question tag never starts with a capital letter. it will never start with a capital letter. Whatever answer you are giving to that particular statement, it will never start with a capital letter. Okay, and are not is a contracting form of aren't. So we are not going to write the first one. We are not going to write ARENOT not as a question tag. We are not going to write that. We are just going to write aren't. AREN apostrophe T. We are going to write in this format only. The second one, we are not, remember that a question tag will never be in capital letters. So the second point that I have written over there, aren't not, it won't be in capital letters. So remember that the question tag will never start with a, it will never start with a capital letter. That is the first thing that you have to keep in mind. It will never start. And secondly, we are not going to write are not, 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 and question mark. We are not going to write, we are not going to write, give the answer in that format. We are going to use the contracting form. We are using ARENT. Okay, and the second important point that you have to keep in mind is that the subject of a tag can never be a noun. It always has to be a pronoun only. It will never be the name of a particular person. It should be a pronoun. For example, Kavita has not eaten. Now you won't write has Kavita question mark. No, now since that particular person is a girl, we just have to write she, because that particular, the name of a person Kavita is a girl, and therefore we have used a pronoun she. So has she question mark. That's it. Keep these two things in mind. I'm sharing you all one more trick. It's just because before we start with other more tricks, I want you all to clear few points, like don't start the question tag with the capital letters. A question tag will not have a subject. That means it won't contain the name of the subject. It should be a pronoun. And one more I want you all to keep in mind is that whenever you're going to answer a particular statement in a form of a question tag, you are not going to write what is there on your left hand side, because that is not the correct way you have to write a question tag. Because do not, okay, instead of do not, we are going to write don't as a question tag, because don't is the contracting form of do not. Similar goes to other. Doesn't is a contracting form of does not, and the same for other. Okay, so we are not going to write in our exams. Whenever they tell you all to put a question tag, you are not going to write do not question mark. We are not going to write that. We are going to write what is there on your left hand, right hand side. Don't, doesn't, isn't, shouldn't. That is how you're going to write a question tag. Further, you will get a lot of more examples and you will understand. There is one exception, as in if in a particular sentence, if there is am as an helping verb, you are not going to write it as amn't I, but instead of am, you are going to write it as aren't I. This is the trick I am sharing it with you all. So please keep that thing in mind, so that it will be very helpful for you all during your exams. For example, in a particular sentence, it is I am playing. So instead of saying amn't I, you are going to say aren't I. Okay. If in a particular sentence it is I am eating. Now see, am is there. So you are not going to write amn't I. You are going to write aren't I. I hope I have given you all two examples and now it is clear. Let's move ahead and we'll start with the tricks. Here are few tricks that I am going to share when you all will put which question tag. Remember, and don't forget this particular thing in your entire life, whatever tricks I am sharing you all right now. A positive statement, a positive sentence, if they give you a positive statement, the question tag will always be negative. The question tag will always be negative. For example, Jack is from Spain. Now this particular sentence, this particular statement is a positive statement, and therefore you will give a negative response, a negative question tag. So what will be the structure of the response that you will give as a question tag? That will be auxiliary. I hope you all know the concept of auxiliary. Auxiliary words are also known as helping verbs. Okay, modal auxiliary verbs are also known as helping verbs, such as shall, could, may, could, will, is, am, are. All these types of words are known as modal auxiliary verbs. So whenever you want to give a question tag to a positive statement, remember this structure. It will have first auxiliary plus not nt will be added and plus the subject. Remember, the subject should be pronoun and not the name of that particular person. For example, Jack is from Spain. So you won't write isn't Jack? No, that particular answer will be considered wrong. So remember, if it is a boy, the pronoun will be he. If it is a girl, it will be she, and so on. So remember that whenever a positive statement is given to you all, it will be followed by a negative question tag, and the structure will be auxiliary verb. First we'll write auxiliary verb followed by not and subject. Remember, the subject will not be the name of a person, place, animal, thing. It will be a pronoun only. We had we have studied pronouns, the different kinds of pronouns, and I hope you all remember that. If you all have not remember, please check on our school website. It's there, kinds of pronouns, and we have studied about it. So that Mary can speak English. Now this particular statement is a positive statement, and therefore we have to convert back into negative. Now which is the helping verb over here? Can. So you have to add, first you have to add can, you have to add not, and since it's a girl, she. And this is vice versa. If you get a negative statement, if you get a negative sentence, it will be followed by a positive question tag. They aren't funny. Okay. So what will be the structure? Auxiliary verb plus subject. You all won't add not in that because already the statement is negative. So you all just have to cancel the negative and you have to make it a positive question tag. So that is what I have written here. They aren't funny. Are they? He should not say things like that, should he? So I hope these two concepts are clear, and now we shall move ahead to that. You all can pause and you all can have a glance, take a screenshot, or you all can note it down. I would like to share one trick before I move ahead, is that there are different question tags that you all must be knowing. For example, isn't it, uh, don't you, doesn't she, didn't they, and many more. But remember that in exams you are going to write in this particular format, and you won't write do, not, not, and then you will add a question mark. You are not going to write in that particular form, because the form that I have mentioned over your don apostrophe t, that is the contracting form of do not. Not. We will not write that do not. We are not going to write that. We are going to follow this particular question tag whenever they ask you to write a question tag. So we have already completed two tricks, and now let's move ahead to the third trick. So remember, whenever in a particular sentence, the particular sentence is in, say, present tense or past tense, and there is no helping verb provided for y'all, the first and the foremost thing that you are going to do is check the tense of the sentence. You have to check the tense of the sentence. If that particular sentence is in present tense, then simply we have to add a question tag using do or does. Now check, in that particular sentence there is no helping verb. Now if there is no helping verb provided, then keep one thing in mind, you have to check the tense of the sentence. Once you get to know that okay, this particular sentence is in present tense, then you can either use do or does as your auxiliary verb, as your auxiliary verb, and then the structure will remain the same. If that particular sentence is positive, then negative you have to convert. If it is in negative, you will have positive question tag. I repeat, if the particular sentence is positive, the question tag will be negative. If the statement is negative, then you will have a positive question tag. Now look at this first sentence. You play the guitar. Now that particular sentence is in present tense, and therefore you are just going, and now there is no helping word provided, so you can either use do or does, depend upon which is suiting, and accordingly you just have to write that. Don't forget to add not plus the subject, and the subject should be a pronoun. So remember, okay, Allison likes tennis. Okay, now this particular sentence is in present, and you can use the auxiliary word accordingly. Don't forget to add a not, because that particular sentence is in positive, and since Allison is a girl, I have written she over there, and don't forget to add a question mark. Now the next fourth trick is that if the verb, now if the verb is in the past tense, we can use did. Now if there is no helping verb provided, then and that particular sentence is in past, you can use the helping word did. So the first and the foremost thing is that you have to read the sentence, get to know whether the sentence is positive, sorry, the sentence is in present tense or past tense. If it is in past tense, you can use the helping word did. Okay, they went to the cinema. Now in this particular sentence, you won't write went not they, that doesn't make any sense, and there is no helping word provided, and therefore I have added did. And since there is that particular sentence is in positive, I have converted into negative and I have just added the subject. Don't forget the subject, or don't forget the structure, as I have just explained you all in the previous. Auxiliary verb plus, if it is positive, then nt plus subject, but the subject will be a pronoun. If the particular sentence is negative, then auxiliary plus subject. That's it. She studied in New Zealand. So over here also there is no helping word provided, and therefore we have used did, not she. I hope till here the concept is clear. Let's move ahead to the fifth trick. Now if a question tag, now question tag with auxiliary verb. Now if there is an auxiliary verb such as be, have, do, is, etc. in the main sentence, the question tag also will contain that particular auxiliary verb only. It's raining. Now that particular sentence is positive, so you just have to convert that into negative. Don't forget to put a question mark. Okay. Now, similarly, if there are any modal auxiliary words meant in the particular sentence, then you can use the same modal auxiliary verbs and construct the question tag. They could not hear him. Now, they could not hear him. Now, since a particular sentence is negative, I have just added a question tag, because couldn't is a modal auxiliary verb. I have just written that, and since it is negative, I have not added not, and they. They is the subject, so I have just added they over there. So that's it. This particular table is really going to help you all. So if a particular subject starts with this, then the question tag will be like the, as I've mentioned, that the structure will be auxiliary verb plus nt plus subject, or auxiliary verb plus subject. So the question tags will have this following thing. So if the sentence starts, this is my book, isn't it? It will come, isn't it? It won't come, isn't this? No. So if the subject of the statement starts with this, the question tag starting with auxiliary verb will have a subject it. Then that will also contain it. These will have they, those will have they, one will be one only, and it will be it only. For example, it is raining, isn't it? That is my book. Is it? Isn't it? Okay. So keep this, take a screenshot of this so that it will be helpful for you all during your exams also. I hope this is, I'm sharing you all a lot of tricks and this will definitely help you all during your exams. Remember that in a question tag, you are not going to write the noun. You are going to use a pronoun. Okay. And if it is a boy, you will write he. If it is a girl, you will write she. You will remain the same, you only. If the sentence starts with this, that, these, those, one, it as a subject, this will be the possible question tags that you are going to add. So let's begin with the quiz time. I hope this was very much productive. I will just recall once again. Remember that the question tag will never start with capital letters. Secondly, don't forget to put a question mark sign. Secondly, a question tag subject will always be a pronoun and not a noun. If a particular statement is in positive, your question tag will be negative. If the particular statement is in negative, then your question tag will be in positive. If there are any modal auxiliary words provided in a particular sentence, then you have to write that particular modal auxiliaries followed by the structure whatever I've mentioned. And if there is no helping word provided, if there is no modal auxiliary word provided, then check the tense of the sentence. If the particular sentence is in present, then write, you can use the helping auxiliary verb such as do. And if that particular sentence is in past, then did. Okay, so now the quiz time, so let's get started. Add a question tag and don't forget to put a question mark sign. Are you ready? I hope you all are ready, and I'm very happy and I hope you all will get all these answers correct. I will be waiting for you all. Pause this video right now and quickly note it down somewhere and check whether your answers are correct. I'm giving you all 2-3 seconds. I'm waiting for you all, and I hope you all are going to definitely score good in this. So let's begin and you all can start with it. Check whether that particular sentence is in positive, negative, whether it is having a modal auxiliary verb, whether it is not having, then what you all will do. Check that and it is going to really help you all. So I am just curious to know how many of them have got the right answers. I know and I believe that many of them have scored the right answers, and that means that you all have understood this particular topic. We will move ahead to the remaining answers. You can pause the video and check. Here are the remaining answers to the question. I hope you all have got the last one correct. It was written, I am clever, and I have mentioned you all that you are not going to write amn't I. Instead of that, you are going to write aren't I. So this brings to the end of the video. I hope everyone has got scored a good results and good marks. I just wish you all the best and thank you for watching this video. Thank you students. Stay safe, stay healthy.